Hello, Virgo. So this is going to be the reading for the end of, where are we at? March to the beginning of April. All right. General reading, so anything can really come out in this. So let's see. Ooh. Let's see. End of March to the beginning of May. If you're looking for a time frame, probably the 22nd. So tomorrow, if this goes up today, most likely, well, it's live. So 22nd to probably the 5th, like given, give or take 10th. But I'm thinking to the 5th. So most of this you've already probably are going through right now. So I'm just going to show you how the next month's how this is gonna transition into the next month. All right. All right, one last shuffle. One last shuffle. All right. Okay, so we have the. I'm gonna hold this as farther away as I can. My lighting is Four of Pentacles. So someone I feel like is this might be your energy because this is kind of what your near past is. So like what just kind of you're getting out of or where you're at. So some of you may be hoping for something that you want to get by place you want to go, a place in life that you want to be financially, materially. But I said materially, there's certain like a car, or it might be even only as simple as a certain particular pair of shoes that you like to purchase. Um, but and I think you're saving on to and holding on to money. So there's a little bit of like I don't want to say greediness going on, but I think there's someone who's like holding on to some uh, assets doing before going about it. But I feel like this want is based on something that they're seeing other people have. So this is, the Pentacles. So it may not necessarily be a relationship, but some of you might be seeking a certain particular type of relationship because of what you're seeing on social media. Relationship goals, big goals. I'm not saying this is like you all the time, but this is kind of the energy that you're taking this month. So single Virgos, that might be the case. Those of you who it's not really about a relationship, there's just something that you want. You're kind of like, why can't I, you know, get happy? Or why can't I achieve the things that other people are achieving? One thing you want to notice here is, the guy who is holding on to his pentacles and the guy who is working on his, you got to work. You know what I mean? You can't just, it's not only about saving your money, it's also about working hard. Okay. So I think that's like a big theme here. Definitely you, not seeing that this is someone around you, definitely feeling that this is how you're feeling, right? So understand that as long as you're putting in the work, you wouldn't have to hold on to your money to make sure that you have enough to do, what it is. Um, that's what I got for that. Now, coming into where you are now, we have the Nine of Wands reversed, okay? So normally this card to me is adversity, perseverance, but I feel like some of you are not. You may have hit like some type of roadblock and it's really keeping you down. Okay. So there's some type of conflict. Um I get like tension in like a relationship with someone that you're working with. So it might be get that in there. It like wants to focus on everything else with the damn card. You see this boat, it's like going towards the mountains or whatever place, and there's this lightning and this storm, you know. The story of this deck is, they go to find the gold fleece, and on their way back they hit like a really big storm. And so it's just kind of like, I think of someone like running a 5K, and right before you can get to the end of it, you sprain your ankle. um, that's the type of energy. But with it being in reverse, okay, I feel like rather than you persevering towards it, you're shutting down, okay, which follows right through to the obstacle, which is this. Okay, so this is not so much like the Two of Swords. This is so much more like contemplation as opposed to blindness. So I think it's kind of like, where should I go? Should I go towards this or should I go towards that? Now, if we're following with the person who is looking for material gain, I think you're currently undergoing a hardship financially, and so you're holding on to your assets and your money tightly. I don't think it's such a bad thing, but if you're holding on to it because you feel like you're not going to get anything more, that's not the right type, like, energy you should have while holding on to it. You feel me? I think you should more so save, but still work towards, getting what you want. I don't know if that's like doesn't make any sense. Let me look for an example. Perhaps, you're just not making enough money, right? And so in your head, you're like, rather than me spending anything, period, I'm just going to hold on to every paycheck. And so your friends are inviting you out to do things. There's, things you really need, and you're just not buying them, period. You know, if you're in a roommate situation, you're letting your roommate buy things and pay for things when you have the money for it. But because you're saving up for whatever this thing is that you're trying to do, um, you know what I'm saying? That's why I just don't feel like this. Like, normally the Four Pentacles is like holding on to stuff, but I get like this person is really being like really greedy. Okay, Nine of Wands, showing me you're not going about it the right way. There's not a lot of positivity with what's going on with you, which is hard, to be positive when shit around you is not going good, right? I'm somehow like seizing in my voice. Um, Two of Wands, like I said, contemplation. So should I leave or should I go? Should I spend the money? Should I not? Should I, pursue this relationship with this person, or should I, not? Should I go home, talk to my parents, go home and see how that goes, or should I stay? Like, it's just kind of like that back and forth, right? And Ten of Swords is the outcome, or what's to come in the future, right? Not so bad in my opinion. It's like all of this stress you're going through right now will be over. Okay. So I think that really is a good way to sum that up for you guys for Virgo. Not sum it up like end the reading, but you know what I mean? Like, just as you're going through some shit right now. You're going to be going through some shit at the, toward in the end of March, going into April. But what's going to end up happening is it's all going to be over, and it's all going to end, and it's good. It's for a good reason. Some of you might be getting called out, and that is going to be your wake up call. Sometimes we got to learn like that, yo. Embarrassed at work, called out, displayed, in public for everyone to see. You're not going to like it, but at least in your mind, some of you might have to tell someone something, and they might reject you, or the response is not, ideal. But just the fact that you've gotten that out of your mouth, you're not even going to worry about it or think about it anymore. Okay? Let's get some clarifiers for this, and then we'll pull a lesson card. Okay? So, Four of Pentacles, Four of Cups. Reverse though. Just chill. You feel me? You're not chilling out. You're not relaxing. You're not recharging. You're just like, how? I need it. 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 Be like SpongeBob in that episode where he visits Sandy. I don't need it. I don't need it. Okay. Even though eventually he finds out that he needs it. So he was in denial. But I feel like with this, don't obsess so much over where you want to be, who you want to be with the things that you want, and holding on to all this, you know, or I feel like I don't want to be seen as someone who's doing too much. So I'm not going to say if it's a relationship thing, I don't want to be seen as someone who is needy. So therefore, I'm not going to say my feelings. Okay, so sit there. You know what I mean? Like you're going to sit there waiting for a miracle, but you're not saying anything. You're not putting in the work. Um and I know it's like I'm telling you that you should work, and then this I'm telling you to chill, but it's like one of those things that it's like if you're doing your work, like I said, if you're chilling out, if you have peace of mind, everything else follows peacefully. When you're tense up here, it all shows on the outside. Where do you think you're not? Like, as far as you're concerned, you're like, I'm not showing anybody I'm feeling, so no one knows. Oh yeah, so they're seeing it on your end. Like it's showing in your maybe any type of manifestations you're trying to have is not coming through because it's probably like I said, it's a lot of internal. There's a need for release. Okay, Virgo, we have the Two of Swords on top of this Nine of Wands. So interesting. Most times when you do the Two of Swords, it's like the person's blindfolded. It's like someone closing their eyes. Remember how I said that this Nine of Wands is kind of like shutting completely down, shutting down, and then completely closing, like just closing your eyes to what it is. That in there because you can see his face. It's like, you know what? If more shit's gonna happen to me, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to be a part of it. Don't talk to me. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? A lot going on. Look at that. I just think about that, but in your brain. That, but in your brain. You know what I'm saying? Just mental chaos. And we all get mental chaos, but I feel like this one's really fucking you up. Two of Wands, Nine of Swords. So the contemplation. But it's in reverse, which is good. So the obstacle is that you're still, you're contemplating. The good thing about that obstacle is that it's no longer causing you sleepless nights. I know I need to do something. Before it was I know I need to do something, but I don't know. Now it's I know I need to do something, and here are my options. Beautiful. Ten of Swords, Wheel of Fortune reversed. Remember how I said you may be called out, you may be embarrassed, you may be rejected, but it's over. It's kind of like the Wheel of Fortune. You know what I'm saying? When it's rolling in your favor, regardless of if you think that it was the right. It's out of your control. There's a song by Willow Smith called "Female Energy" that came to my mind when I saw that Wheel of Fortune reversed. It's out of your hands. It's out of your control. Whatever it is that you're going through is going to come to an end. You know what I'm saying? Most times that's how it goes down. Like no condition's permanent. You're not going to continuously be in this state. Okay? You're not going to continuously be in a state where you're going to have to be this guy holding on to his shit. It's not always going to be like that. Okay? And even if it comes down to something, like I say, where it's like dramatic, embarrassing, whatever, like I said, it's not in your control, and it's not meant it's not meant to cause you any like pain. It's going to be painful, but it's going to set you free. It's one of those type of situations like thank me later, the universe is going to say to you. Because if this was a relationship that you got out of that was shitty, a job that you left, um, or just the way you were acting, and then people calling you out, and then you finally seeing you were ruining your relationships because you were being an asshole, and then you could take away that negative blockage from your life. Okay, Virgo. It's looking up though. I'm happy this is reverse. Okay. I'm happy this is, I mean, I'm not happy this is reverse, but I feel like all the pain to come is necessary for your evolution. One card we're doing on this one, okay? We have patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. Everything happens in divine order. If you're sitting there like obsessing over why things aren't going the way that they are, you know what I mean? If you obsess over it, it's probably not going to come the way you want it to. So why not just let be, you know? It's going to be dramatic, if it's going to be an altercation, it's probably long coming and it's going to release you. All right? Stay blessed, guys.